Can we talk about something? Do you have a blog, or have you ever read someone else's blogs? What blogs do you like to read? Do you like travel blogs or writing blogs or an everyday blog? One of the blogs I like is by Seth Godin. He writes every day a little paragraph and a thought for the day, and he's so good at it and he's so consistent at it. He's the most consistent person that I know, and he's very thoughtful and very engaging to read and listen to. He's one of my role models as a writer and as a speaker. He knows a lot about writing, a lot about business, and a lot about marketing as well. And I think it's cool that he can blog and just put a few words out into the world every day. Would you ever put a few words out every day into the world? Would you blog? And what would you blog about? What would be your topic? I think Seth Godin talks about a little bit of everything. He talks about his thoughts on different things in society or what's new in the news, and he always puts in his 2 cents. He puts in what he thinks about it. And you could do the same. We could all blog. We could all talk about something that's going on in the world and just put a few words out and see what happens. Maybe someone won't read what you have to say, but at least you know that on that day you had said something and you wrote it and you shared it and you typed it up. And that's you. And blogging is a great practice. I've been blogging for many years. I have a blog that is about writing. I talk about publishing and writing and faith as well. And I've been doing that for many years because I wrote a book. And when I wrote a book, I realized, you need to have a blog to keep the momentum going. And if you're an author, it's always good to have a blog as well to go with your book, to give somebody else something else to read in regards to what you talk about if you wrote a nonfiction. But if you wrote a fiction, you could just talk about your process or what you're working on or what you want to do in the future and just blog about your life for your fans. There's many things you could blog about. You could also blog about your travels. You could blog about foods you're making, how to make a food, recipes you've created. You could blog about solutions to problems. There's so many things to blog about. And what would you blog about? Writing is a practice, it's a habit, and you don't always have to be inspired to do it. You could just show up and just do it, just like Seth Godin. He writes every day and he's famous for it. He's been doing it for years and he has not stopped for many years blogging. He just puts a few words out and that's a blog. Even doing social media is a little mini blog, but having your own dedicated site as a blog is your space to say whatever you want, share whatever you want, and give the world a piece of your mind. So what would you blog about? If you could blog about anything, what would it be? Some ideas could be your work life. Some ideas could be your family life. Some ideas could be future endeavors and your thoughts on it and things you would like to accomplish and things you're studying and your thoughts on that. It could be anything. It could be a piece you're working on, if it's art, or a craft you're working on. And maybe you could show pictures of the craft that you're working on. And you could talk about where you got inspired to write it, to create, or what inspired that piece that you're working on. Anything could become part of a blog. And blogs are a way to communicate your thoughts and your emotions and your ideas, and also find community of people who care about that. So what would it be that you would want to be connected with others to in regards to your blog?